everyone. It is a Saturday and we are going to have a cozy booky day. I'm going to talk to you all about books. We're going to organise my office and my bookshelves, and I've just started a new book last night, so I thought I'd talk to you about that, plus some recent ones I've read, what's on my TBR, and just a cozy day at home. So hello, if you're new, I'm Brogan. I make home, lifestyle and travel vlogs, and I'd love it if you subscribed if you're new. But for now, I'm going to start by making the bed and getting on with the day. It's so lovely and sunny. How nice. So I've got my coziest pyjamas on. These I bought from Primark recently. They're Disney ones. They've got these like nice matching shorts. Is this not the most perfect Saturday cozy outfit? And I've got these like nice little fluffy socks on too. So yes, this is what we're doing today. This is my latest little book accessory. I actually bought this a while ago on Amazon Prime Day. So keep an eye out for it because it might go on offer, because it was quite expensive. It was originally £50, but I think I paid about 30. And it is a beanbag base with obviously a handle to put your Kindle on. I've obviously got my little clicker too. I do have a handle that clips onto the side of the bed as well, which I've been moving around because I had it on a footstool in the lounge and that wasn't working very well for me. So yeah, I don't have anywhere to sort of clip my clamp, if that makes sense, which I can do by the bed. I can't do that in the lounge. So this is the one I'm using in the lounge, but last night I just brought it back up here. So I'll take that back downstairs and yeah, I love it. My read right now is Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. I've got the actual paperback too, so I'll show you that in a minute. Benj also put ice in my drink last night and it's still cold. Look how ginger my hair looks in this light. I also blow dried it yesterday. I haven't brushed it or touched it yet today. I have had it naturally curly for weeks, if not months, so I barely ever dry it anymore, but I'm quite liking it. It's got quite a lot of volume and a lot of curl in it. Even though I straightened it, can you believe that? I actually straightened it, but it naturally just wants to curl. I'm so excited for a cozy Saturday where I don't have too much in, and we're gonna get organised, sort out my bookshelf. Oh yes, got the Waitrose orange juice, which is the best. Bagel thin, protein one. It's like seeded. Avo, egg, and a bit of HP brown sauce.
Very good, very nice.
Looks lovely in here.
Can I show you when you purchase?
What have you bought? Oh, yeah.
So if you've got like the Stanley water bottles, this is an Awala one, but you know, I mean that shape, I call that this shape of Stanley one.
Yeah,
you can
my
get
water.
these ice trays.
Yeah.
That one fits down there, that one fits there, stacks, and so that all of the outside is cold and it stays icy for ages.
I just said this morning when I was taking it downstairs, it's still cold.
Yeah, it's great. I think it was like £4 on Amazon.
I'll link it below. This is a boring task, but we need to put the cushions in the sun today because it's obviously been raining and they're wet and we can't put them in the loft, and we didn't put the cover on, so they're all... Oh! Another task on my to-do list today is I've bought loads of... Oh! Sorry, I can hear the water coming out that one. I've bought loads of things for my friend's hen do, which is in 2 weeks, and I need to put name tags on bottles. I've bought them, so I need to do that today and get out the Cricut machine, but that would take me ages, so I've been putting it off. I've got a lot to sort out today. This is the current state of the mess that's going on in my office. Yeah, not great. So we need to do that today. Why don't we try and read in between tasks? So, I'll have some more water. So I started this book last night, Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. I've got Kindle Unlimited and it's on there included. However, the publishers did actually send me, Pan Macmillan, the whole collection. There's 4 books at the moment. I've only just started it, so I'm 8% in. I only read 1 chapter last night, and it's basically about a girl called Stella who owns a Christmas tree farm. The farm is failing. She has to try and save it, and she's entered herself into some sort of competition where she could potentially win, but she wrote in the competition entry that she runs it with her boyfriend because she thought it would make it seem a bit more romantic. She doesn't have a boyfriend, so she's going to ask her best friend to be her fake boyfriend, and we all know where that's going. Anyway, I'm liking the style of writing. I've never read anything from B.K. Borison before. She's very good, very like easy to read, and there are 3 other books in the series, so I'm really hoping that I get on board with this because I've really struggled with some series books recently and I really want to love these. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go and read the first chapter, and also Paperback versus Kindle. I have been really liking physical books more recently. Like, I really do love being in a book and seeing how far in I am and the smell and the feel of it. But I switched to Kindle when I was offered an ARC of Paige Toon's book that's coming out next year. It's called What If I Never Get Over You. Gave it 5 stars, absolutely loved it. It's the first ARC that I've like applied for on a website called NetGalley that I was given, and then in return you have to write a review. Because I didn't have the physical book, I sent it to my Kindle to read, and then ever since then I've been a Kindle girly, because I just also, and we're going into chat about books now, the last book I just read was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin, and she is amazing. This book is amazing. It's had real mixed reviews. When I shared it on my Instagram, my Brogan's Books Instagram, which I'll leave below if you want to follow it. If you love books and you're watching this video, then definitely make sure you follow my Brogan's Books Instagram, because that's where I share all my reviews. When I shared it, I would say like 50% of you said you didn't like it, or you found it really emotional. I didn't cry in it. I did find it emotional, like, don't get me wrong, it like pulls at your heartstrings, but I didn't cry. But I loved it. I thought it was so clever. It's about friends that create a video game, and then they essentially create a video game company. But it's so much more than that. It's a beautiful story about grief and love and friendship, found family, having a business, running a business. I loved this. This is definitely high up, maybe in my top, one of my top 5s of the year. This, Iron Flame Fourth Wing, 7 Summers by Paige Toon, all of those are in the top spots. But anywho, they were the ones I read on Kindle recently. When I saw that Love Light Farms was on Kindle Unlimited, I got it because it cost me nothing extra. Obviously I'm paying for Kindle Unlimited, but anyway, so let's read this. Get my clicker, I'm gonna read a chapter and then we'll do some tasks. It's actually 20 to 11, so it's actually a little bit later in the day, but it's a cozy chill day, you know? I feel like I'm gonna really like this book boyfriend, because he has arrived at her house early and he's cooking, and he's got a garden gnomes dish towel tucked in his back pocket, his sleeves rolled up, he's got worn faded jeans and a sweatshirt, and he's like all cozy, and he's already like put his keys in the bowl next to hers and hung up his denim jacket next to her scarf, and like they're already so like in sync together. And she writes, "Isn't it silly to love the way someone's things look like next to yours, little bits and pieces of a life lived in parallel?" I think that's so sweet. I think I'm gonna really like this. I'm only 9% in, so like, you know, we're only going on first impressions. We'll see if there's any smut in it and if it's too much for me, because we need to talk about that later. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like a little bit of smut, but I feel like the more romance I read, I've got a fine line. Like, it can be too cringe for me, or it can be like just right, or it can be not enough, and I'm like, hello, where's the chemistry? But I just absolutely have loved reading this year. I think this is my 3rd year that I've been like getting back into reading. 22, 23, 24, yeah. And I set a goal for 24 books in 2024. I did 23 last year. It just is a nice little goal, I think. And I'm on 22, so that's nice. Anyway, gonna carry on, no distractions, and then we will start tidying my office. We are on chapter 4, 11% in, and it is 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna pause this here. I'm really liking it. It's quite a cozy, like Christmassy, I think, vibe that's going to be coming up. It's October right now in the book, but she owns a Christmas farm, so yeah, if you're wanting something seasonal, I feel like this could be it. So this is where we're at. I did start organising my desk this week because I got a new desk mat from my lovely friends at Catnip. I will leave this linked below. It looks so nice. How cute is this from the L'Oreal event I went to the other day, by the way? I'm going to put that on the wall somewhere. But yeah, it looks so lovely. I used to have my printer here in this space, but I hardly use it. I only ever print off like colouring for rainbows or return parcel things. So I've pulled the printer out and I was hoping I could put it in here, but just looking at it and doing some girl maths, I don't think it's gonna fit in the shell. So we need to find somewhere to store the printer and I can just get it out and plug it in as and when I need it. But as you can see, my book stuff has got a little out of hand. I seem to have so much going on here. My dream is when we move house one day, I would love a bigger spare room where I can have, you know, like those gorgeous little like cozy corner sofas, or those rooms that have full walls of bookshelves. That's the goal, the vision. But I'm working with this one singular Billy bookcase right now, so we'll get to there eventually. I think the most logical thing is to probably pull everything out and clean the shelves, and then we can start moving the shelves around, because right now I've got like random sizes. Also, I lent my copy of Fourth Wing and Iron Flame to my friend Beth, who does my nails. I need to make sure I remember to give them a good home somewhere, because they're my favourites. Here in a clip, we mean business. There is some logic to this, like in certain categories, this is all self-help. Why do I own so many self-help books when I really don't read them? I have so many self-help books that I just start and never finish. These are my to be read, and I think I can probably double this. These are my read, and this is where we're at. I actually don't think I have that many books. Like, I'm hoping to have, you know, a massive library of books at some point. I do get rid of some, and I do donate to a charity shop. I don't want to keep ones that I don't love or I'm never going to read or pick up again. So I do think it might be worth me doing a bit of a declutter. Some of these I bought years ago. Like when I first read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I fell in love with Taylor Jenkins Reid, and then I went a bit mad, and I seem to have loads of hers that I haven't read. Some of these I found in a charity shop as well, because Benji's mum works in a charity shop, so if I pop in and I find some, then I pick them up. I recently got this in her shop for £1, so I don't know what that's like, but I love Georgia Toffolo. Did anybody read Connie Glynn's book? Because I've been a YouTuber for 13 years, I have always been obsessed with like YouTubers, and I used to always watch Connie's videos, and I read this and I loved it, and I was going to donate it to charity. It's a YA. I don't think it's something I would read again now, but I couldn't bear to get rid of it. I was like, no. Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. I remember absolutely loving this. I just remember I loved it, but I couldn't tell you what it's about. And another one I've had for ages, I've always wanted to read, Everything I Know About Love. Has anyone read this? I think this could be good in audiobook version, to be honest. The only shelf that doesn't move is this middle one. So I have to think about where I place these shelves and then where I place the bottom ones. I don't know why, but I've got Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. Nothing can stop us now in my head. Well, nothing can stop us from getting my books in order. And then the other thing is that I can actually fit 2 rows of books, like so, which is kind of perfect. Now, I did have paperback, hardback, but I'm thinking of having more paperbacks and doing the hardbacks lower down. I think we'll start filling these, and then we can organise the bottom shelves when we get there. So it makes the most sense to me to have the ones I've read and completed, and I'm probably unlikely gonna reopen them anytime soon, to go at the back top. My least favourites at the very back, and ones that I want sort of on display that are my all-time favourite 5-star kind of books. So we want ones I've read first, and then I would like these to be more to be read, so that I can come in here and look at the shelves and decide, okay, yeah, great, I like the look of those. I really wish I had big enough bookshelves to have like beautiful displays, and I love when people have their books like sideways stacked, and then some this way, and then cute little decoration bits and knickknacks, but we're not there just yet. One day. I really want some of my favourite authors' books to stay together, even if I haven't read them. So Christina Lauren has got like a chunk here. They are a duo, by the way, 2 women, but I've also got 2 of their books at the end that I haven't read yet, just because I want them all to stay together. It is annoying because I have some of their UK covers and some of their US covers, and I personally much prefer the US ones. I do not like this style because they all look exactly the same. I know the purpose is that they're all meant to be obvious that it's Christina Lauren books, but don't you think that these are like not nice? I don't know, I don't love them. I found this one in TK Maxx. I'd never even heard of it. It was only £2.99, so as soon as I saw Christina Lauren, I was like, sold. Don't even need to know what it's about. I'll read that eventually. I feel really sad that I have to stack them, but I do have to stack if I'm going to try and keep them all on the shelves. But I've got Taylor Jenkins Reid, Laura Jane Williams, Lindsay Kelk and Eleanor Armez all together in here. And then I have Christina Lauren as well up above. And I'm just sort of trying to decide, because I was originally going to have them as separate read and then to be read on my TBR, but I quite like the authors together. I can't quite pull myself apart, because like Ali Hazelwood, I've read this one, but I've not read this one. So, but I want them to stay together. So, it's a first world problem. Also, Eleanor Armez, I did have The Spanish Love Deception, but maybe I donated that to charity. I've got 3 of her others, so now I feel like I'm missing it. It's so stupid. I didn't like that book though, so why should I keep books just because I'm collecting an author's collection? Make it make sense. We need to talk. We need to talk about what it is you see in these books, because I read Flawless, gave it a 3. I also read Heartless and gave it a 3. Admittedly, Heartless was better than Flawless, and I refuse to go into these 3 because I don't have the mental capacity after doing that. I like how they look together, and they were only like £2 each, and I think they look nice, and eventually when I have a big enough bookshelf, I think they look so good like that, don't they? Not on this bookshelf, and then others like that way. But I haven't read these. But I've read these, but they obviously will have to stay together, otherwise it'll be weird. So what I've done is put my series books on the back here, because I'm not going to go into the Lucy Score ones right now. I read the first one and abandoned the other 2. Again, another series I just didn't fall in love with. I actually much preferred this to Elsie Silver's, so probably will come back to this eventually. Love Like Farms I'm obviously on right now, so I would like those at the front really, so I can pull them out and take pictures of them when I finish them for my Instagram. But it makes sense that the series are together. I've not read these yet. King of Sin, King of Wrath, King of Pride, Kings of Sin series. I was keeping them in these little sleeves, but like, I think that's just annoying me. Let's just get rid of that. So many of you want me to read Ugly Love and Verity. I've had these ages. Do you have books like The Fault in Our Stars that you haven't read, but you watched the movie and you know you should probably read the book because the movie was incredible, but then you're like, well, I've seen the movie, so I know what happens. And it is such a sad film that I don't know if I really want to read the book. Is this a book I want in my collection, is the question. I feel like maybe. We have 2 copies of A Court of Thorn and Roses because Benji had one and I was reading at the same time, but my one is much nicer, so we'll just get rid of his. Progress is finally being made. These books in my arms are my to be read. It's quite a random mix. Most of them have either been gifted to me, are PR, or I bought at a charity shop, or just haven't been my immediate go-tos. Some of these at the bottom are new, like I bought in the works recently. So I want them all to be on this shelf. I have to keep this one locked, as we know, and it's the longest one and it's the only one that fits my hardbacks. So I'm happy with how this is coming together, but I'm gonna have to put my TBRs further down than I would have liked, but that just means that I'm getting more books, obviously. It's time to sort the self-help books out, which I actually genuinely think I may have more self-help books than novels at this rate. I have so many, and I just don't know what to do with a lot of them. This was amazing. Glennon Doyle. I loved this. I've had to put the printer at the top of the bookshelf because it's the only place I could get it to fit. It was too wide to fit in the bookcase itself, as you can see, but out of the way up there just gives me so much more space on my desk, and it's just, yeah, then I can just grab it down when I need it. But then the rest of the bookshelf is pretty much done. I've got my lovely little Big Thunder Mountain train, if you watch the Disneyland Paris haul. I've displayed it all so nicely, and it makes a lot of sense to me. And then I just have some gadgety important bits and other miscellaneous things that I can sort of store. There's now nothing on the floor. Obviously there's stuff out here, but it all makes sense. I've got a HelloFresh box full of books there that I'm going to donate to the charity shop. Ben just made some lunch, so I'm going to go downstairs and eat lunch. And then this afternoon, I need to do the labels on the water bottles for the hen do. What have we got for lunch?
We have got noodles. I've got the chili, you've got the classic with broccoli and chicken.
This is a little niche, but we love cooking shows on Netflix, like competitions, and Barbecue Showdown is amazing, and we're on season 3. It's just launched, like just dropped.
Like American barbecue bake-off.
Yeah. We have finished lunch. We've watched an episode of Barbecue Showdown. Benj made me a cup of tea. So now it's time to read another chapter of my book. I don't know if you can see this very well, but it is 2:35. It's saying 20 minutes for chapter 4, so I'm going to do this. It's 3:05. I'm on chapter 5. I had to stop for 10 minutes because I had a few orders arrive and I just unboxed them. They're PR products and things. I think I'm going to go and do the bottles for the hen do, because once that's done, that's like a big job done, and I think it might take me a couple of hours. So these are the bottles that I got for the girls. Just went for white, and then this is the font that the maid of honor sent to me that she likes. So I'm just downloading that, putting it into Cricut. I'll hopefully be able to print. I don't know what colour to do for the girls. I actually think Bianca would love this orange. It's fairly fast. It's looking good. Okay, I finished the first goodie bag now. So I've got Bianca's bottle in there, and it looks so nice. Let me show you. The orange. I think she's gonna love it. Then I also have chocolate, little wine, aprons, little beauty bags full of like anti-bac, hand sanitizer, face mask, tissues, little hairbrushes. And we've got scrunchies to go in there as well. So it's like a full beauty bag. And then I've also put the itinerary in here, and I got these 5-minute journals. Most expensive thing was actually the bag, which ended up being so much smaller than I thought it was gonna be. But now I'm finished, I quite like that it all just fits in there. So it's worked out well. I'm getting there. It's 6:30 now. I got sidetracked because I had to pick up a few emails. On a Saturday, yeah, people will still email on Saturdays. And there we have it. I have finally completed all their goodie bags. I've got games, I've got other stuff I still need to sort out. I have matching pajamas for everyone as well, which are gonna go on their bed. Everyone's got a nice little bag. I've even put the little bracelets in there too if they want to wear one. They say Team Bride, and obviously Bianca's says Bride. But I love it. I'm so chuffed. I've come into my office and it's so nice in here now with all the books sorted. We're not very hungry for dinner just yet, so I think I'm gonna chill in the bath because I've been on my feet for hours doing those bottles and bags. So I'm gonna run a nice bath and grab my Kindle and do a bit more reading. I'd love to do maybe 2 or 3 more chapters today. I need to go to Lush and do a bit of a winter bath bomb stocking up. Got the comforter. Oh yeah, a little goes a really long way with this one. It smells so nice. Oh yeah, this is my idea of a perfect Saturday night. I'm also gonna pop in some of this from Dove. It's the Peony and Rose Scent Bath Soak. I'm out of the bath. I'm on chapter 7, so I'm 22% in, which is pretty good going. And I've put on fresh pajamas. These are my Highland Cow ones from Next. I don't think I've ever been sent a link so many times from you guys. And as much as I love Highland Cows and I quite like the cute little things we have, I have had so many links to like Highland Cow related everything, and Next seem to have a crazy range where they sell it in like bedding and ornaments and calendars and everything you can think of. They sell it with a Highland Cow on it. But as much as I like the pajamas, I don't really want to branch out too much further. I'm quite happy with the key cute things that I have. Ben just made dinner. Today is not sponsored by HelloFresh. We are genuine customers that get it every week. And today we have the chili beef burrito bowl with rice and sour cream and salsa. And it looks and smells so good. You've done a great job, as usual. I have some Halo Top ice cream that Benj bought me, yay. And I've got my book. And he's got FIFA. It is 9:30 and I have come up to carry on reading in bed, but I thought I'd end the vlog here and say thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. It's been really nice to bring you along on this sort of cozy, homey day today. I will be back again with another home vlog very, very soon. And then before you know it, we'll be packing for the Maldives, which is really exciting. So yeah, see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.